ASMR Retro Forever. Hey guys, welcome back to another ASMR Retro. Now, as you know, or maybe you don't know, on March 20th, Doom Eternal was finally released, and I was debating with myself for a very long time if I was gonna get it on release or wait for the price to drop. And anyways, finally I decided just to bite the bullet and get the game on release. I figured, hey, the world is crumbling around us, human civilization is coming to an end, so I might as well go out playing an awesome game. So, and now, we need the wisdom of the Doom Slayer more than ever. Maybe, just maybe we'll come out of this okay. So I played for about 4 or 5 hours, and I thought I'd just give you my first impressions of the game. This is by no means a full-fledged review, obviously. Just some of my thoughts so far. And as always, the purpose of this video is for relaxation, so don't take anything I say too seriously. It's just to help you relax. And if you're new to the channel and you're wondering why I'm whispering, look up ASMR. Like I said, it's basically for relaxation purposes. And if you're too impatient to watch the video and you just want me to sum it up real quick right now, the game is awesome. It has its flaws, but if you enjoyed Doom 2016, you're probably gonna like this even more. Oh, and I don't think there will really be any spoilers because I didn't even get that far into the game, but there's always that chance I might spoil something for you, so you've been warned. Okay, so the first thing I noticed, obviously, is the graphics and overall presentation of the game. Now, I don't play modern games too much. After all, I'm ASMR Retro. I play, more older games, but so I'm not, that technical when it comes to graphics, modern graphics and stuff like that. But with that being said, the game does look incredible. Significantly better, I think, than Doom 2016, which is to be expected. And I wasn't even sure, before it came out, if my laptop could handle it. It's a couple years old, and it is a gaming laptop, but it wasn't like the highest end gaming laptop at the time. So, but to my surprise, the first thing I noticed was that the game seems to run much smoother right off the bat than 2016 did. For 2016, I remember I had to fiddle around with some settings to get it to run okay, or to get it to run good. But Eternal just seemed to work right out of the box with the custom settings. Although I did update my graphic card driver before playing the game, and it had a specific update for Doom Eternal, so maybe that's why. The game does have various presets for graphics, graphic quality. I set it to the second highest, which they call Nightmare, and it worked great. The frame rate was good. It wasn't choppy, so that's awesome. But for the purposes of this video, I recorded it at a couple notches lower than the Nightmare level. Because the recording the game takes up some of the resources. All the monsters that I've seen so far look awesome. I really love the way the soldiers look, those zombie soldier guys. And they have like the glowing red eyes, and it reminds me very much of the original Doom. And how they looked is just a perfect 3D representation of the soldiers in the original Doom. The imps look pretty much the same as they did in 2016, although there are some differences. It's hard to say what they are unless I do a side-by-side comparison. There seem to be definitely more in detail, but overall pretty much the same as Doom 2016. You have the Hell Knight that looks pretty much like he did in 2016. All the enemies look like they should, and they look good, maybe with the exception of the Gecko Demon. It does look a bit goofy, and I've yet to see a good 3D representation of the Gecko Demon for reason. It seems like it's a hard thing to get right. And I've seen some new enemies so far. I've seen one enemy called Whiplash, which has like the body is like looks like a mechanical snake thing and slithers around, and the upper half is like just like an organic demon type thing with horns. And then they brought back the Arachnotron, which it isn't a new character, but I don't think it was in 2016 as far as I remember. And they're pretty tough to deal with, a lot tougher than they were in Doom 2. And also they introduced a character called Gargoyle because it looks like a gargoyle, and it's basically a flying imp, more or less. The environments are massive and they look amazing. When I first started playing, I just wanted to just look around at the environments in awe because they're really that awesome. But after a while, you get used to it and you don't really care about the environment so much unless you see something like really cool. The first level, you're on Earth and you see the devastation that the Hell invasion caused, and there's crumbling buildings and burning buildings everywhere. It just looks amazing. Then there's parts like when you start the game, you're in it looks like an old pirate ship kind of thing, and then there's other parts that look like Skyrim, kind of like there's these ancient temples and snowy mountains and stuff like that. So it's kind of different environments that you're not used to with Doom. But then you have the typical hell environments with lava and all the imagery, the dead bodies, skulls, and all that stuff. There's a lot of these huge deactivated mecha robot type things all over the place. I need to interact with them to some degree on some levels, and they're really awesome to look at. Some parts of the game, I don't know why, it gave me kind of a Metroid Prime vibe, which is a good thing because that game is awesome, but not really sure why or what it is that reminds me of Metroid Prime, but that's the vibe I get sometimes. The weapons look cool, although I've only found 4 of the main weapons so far. The shotgun, the heavy cannon, which is kind of like an assault rifle but very powerful, and the pulse rifle and the rocket launcher. And the pulse rifle looks more like it did in the original game, whereas in 2016 it looked kind of like it did in Doom 3, I think, which I don't like the Doom 3 model of the plasma rifle, so that's cool. In terms of the sound, it's equally as impressive as the graphics. The music is a combination of heavy metal and ambient music for parts where there's no action, so similar to Doom 2016. Of course, the metal kicks in once the battles start, but otherwise you get sort of more ambient type music. The sound effects are top notch. Again, I'm not sure how much they compare to modern first-person shooters, but my ears definitely know good sound quality when I hear it. The weapons pack a powerful punch for sure. They'll feel the thud and the blast of the explosions and all the weapons, and it has a very cinematic sound. It's very polished. I don't know how to explain it, but I get that feeling I get when I'm watching an action movie in a movie theater. So, and I don't even have the greatest speakers, but if you have a good sound system, man, you're in for a treat. But the only thing that threw me off again is with the Caco Demon. When you do a glory kill on the Caco Demon, you basically pull its eyeball out, and it makes this really goofy popping sound, like really cartoony, and I don't know, it just seems really out of place. I'm not sure why they put such a funny sound in there like that, but that might be something more you'd hear on like a Duke Nukem game or something, I don't know. terms of the gameplay is like a dream. The battles are fast-paced, of course, and the controls are very tight and responsive. There's a lot of things you have to learn pretty quickly. A lot of buttons you have to use. The game actually might be easier to play with a controller because of the number of buttons that you gotta use. I don't know, I haven't tried that yet. I'm playing with a good old keyboard and mouse, but sometimes it's kind of like with the keyboard, it's like, oh man, I have to use, like, my fingers can't find the button that I need, you know what I mean? But I guess that comes with practice. I haven't played, again, the modern first-person shooters, so I'm not used to using so many buttons while I'm playing. Let's see, I'm just referring to my notes here. Yeah, so at first it can be pretty overwhelming because they hit you with all this stuff pretty quick, all these abilities that you have. So, but after practicing for a while, you pick it up pretty quick. So obviously you got your standard WASD for movement. The glory kills are performed with the E key, and I think in 2006 it was the F key, if I'm not mistaken. So that kind of threw me off a bit. It took a little bit of getting used to, but it's not too bad. The glory kills replenish your health. So in 2016, the glory kills would, I think, replenish a bit of everything. But in this game, it just replenishes your health. So if you press R, it activates the flame belch, I think they call it. And basically, it's like this thing that comes out of your armor, and it's basically a flamethrower, and it'll set the enemies on fire, and that'll make them drop armor, so you can replenish your armor that way. To use the chainsaw, you press C, and when you kill an enemy that way, it'll replenish your ammo, and the chainsaw automatically, so like, there's 3 slots for the chainsaw. The first slot will replenish automatically, and it doesn't take long, it takes like 10 seconds, so you can use your chainsaw a lot, and you'll need to use it a lot because you'll need to replenish your ammo. And that's, other than ammo pickups that are scattered about, that's the only way to do it. But to get the second and third slot, you have to get the little gas canisters, which, of course, you need all 3 slots to kill the bigger enemies with a chainsaw. But most of the time, I found myself killing the smaller enemies because I just need ammo. Like, I don't have time to find a big enemy to kill, and I usually don't have 3 slots full of gas anyway, so. Control fires grenades, and there's a couple of different types of grenades that I have so far. Just a regular grenade and another one that freezes enemies. Let's see. Pressing shift you'll perform a dash, which you use for the platforming. It helps you get to certain ledges or whatever. There's also something called a blood punch, which when it's charged up, it basically does a powerful punch when you press E, and you charge up the blood punch by performing glory kills. And let's see, you know what, there's so much here, it's a huge game. There's the runes, I think, the runes, which basically they were also in 2016, which give you more abilities. You have weapon mods, and you can upgrade the weapon mods. You have not armor upgrades, but the suit upgrades. Lots of things to collect. It's just a jam-packed game. Obviously I can't really go through it all, but those are the basics. There's a lot of platforming segments of the game, which I'm not too fond of. For me, Doom is more about the action and the shooting and stuff like that, not about, platforming. Although it does control very well, I don't like platforming when it comes to Doom, basically. Although some of it is fun. Some of the jumps are kind of a little bit more complicated. Like, you have to, jump off a floating platform, hit a double jump, then dash to make it to a wall that you can climb up, and it can get tough. But nothing that's too frustrating. But I don't know. factor. There's no core nest in this game, like in the last one, but you do encounter a lot of these big battles frequently, and this is where most of the fun is. I think you really have to be on your toes, constantly moving and evaluating the situation. You don't have a lot of ammo capacity, especially when you start the game. So when you're running low, you'll have to chainsaw an enemy to get some ammo, which is cool because the chainsaw recharges quickly, so you're kind of forced to use the saw a lot. But that's good because it's fun to use. And then if you're low on health, which will be often, you need to perform a glory kill ASAP. And then you have to keep an eye on your armor too because it depletes pretty fast. So then you have to use the flame belch to replenish that. So all this is happening like really fast while enemies are attacking. And you have to figure out, which is the best weapon to use on which enemy. It's just very intense, but very fun. So in the original Doom games, you would have to hunt around the level a lot for ammo pickups and health pickups. But in this game, it's all about, you don't really there is ammo and health scattered throughout the level, but that's not so important in this one because everything happens in the battle. Like, you're gonna run out of ammo and health really fast in a battle, but you can replenish it anyway if you perform the right moves. So that's a pretty big shift. It was kind of like that in Doom 2016 too, but this one takes it even further. So in terms of the story, I'm not really gonna get into that because, for one, I don't want to spoil anything, but honestly, I'm not really paying attention to the story too much. At first I was, but quickly I got lost. Like, I don't know, there's just so much going on, and they have those codex and stuff like that that you can read and get sort of the backstory and stuff like that. But I don't know, I just find it hard to follow the story because maybe I don't care so much. I just want to run around and shoot things and blow things up. I don't care too much about the story, and to be honest, you don't really have to follow the story in terms, to play the game and to enjoy it. I kind of like the original Doom for that reason because there really was no story during the gameplay. I just kind of like used my imagination, and that's kind of the way I like it for Doom. But when I finish the game, maybe I'll go through it again and sort of delve more into the storyline. So yeah, basically overall, things I like are obviously the graphics, sound, the overall polish of the game. The presentation is just incredible. And most importantly is the fun factor, which I would give 5 out of 5 for me so far, no questions asked. And what I don't like about the game so far, I mean, these are just relatively minor nitpicks, but the platforming, like I said, and I'm not sure I'm not sure how I feel about this yet, but the whole thing about these different environments that look like Skyrim and stuff like that, it doesn't feel sometimes like I'm in a Doom game, but let's see, maybe that'll grow on me. I'm not really sure how I feel about that yet, but overall, like I said, this is an awesome game so far. I'm really enjoying it. If you like Doom at all, you're gonna want to get this. It is kind of expensive now, but yeah, I'm sure the price will drop eventually. So anyway, that was my first impressions of Doom. I will be doing playthroughs of the game eventually. I just want to get some more playtime with the game first, so stay